Hoi Hoi and welcome back to Genshin Impact. In the last episode I got the memento lens and I am now a bit tired about Inazuma. Well, at least I can do more stuff now. But I still haven't really done much of it in the last episode. I kinda need a break from Inazuma. And what I want to do is go for Dragonspine, because if I remember correctly, Dragonspine has some really interesting lore about this. It's like the most interesting area that is not tied to a main story. But in order to make progress in, can you please? Thanks. So, I will need to upgrade here, which means I need mainly those things. The item drop from the Eremites, and also some Firestones, and yes, also some of those. So, this probably takes like 3 to 5 days. This one can probably do on the next rotation, which is tomorrow. And for this one, I actually have to farm a lot. I farmed yesterday night enough for this ascension. So now I need experience points. Right, so my current investment goes into the here. So, damn it! My hurting throat is. My sore is throating! My sore is throating! So this one I'll probably do next week, because then everything is unlocked. So, there are new trial characters, and the main stars are Zhongli and Tartaglia. I don't know how to pronounce child. I'm more confident in pronouncing Tartaglia. This character looks kinda cool. She's a new character. Right? So, getting her would be interesting. She's a great sword ice user. I'm definitely interested in her to test her out. And then we have this character, which is, I assume, from Inazuma, and it's a wind character. I think there was a summer event where you could play her. So she has the ability that she can roll around and gather elemental energy with her elemental skill. Not elemental energy, but like a different element, and can then apply a different element to her attack. Okay, since I already know how those both characters play, I will start with them first. They're also giving the biggest rewards. So I'm not disinterested in getting either of them. I like both characters, but obviously I don't have a need for them right now. Okay. So essentially I want to hold the skill because this gives me a shield. But I don't really need them right now, because for Geo character I kinda want to use Ningguang. I just have to level her. And for Water Archer I have Yelan, and it could kinda suck if I get Shalde as the second water character, Water Archer. Even though I already have one. Oh, huh. How am I supposed to get you down? Not that way. Okay, that way. One interesting thing about both characters is that they're very reliable in dealing elemental damage. So for Zhongli, I was thinking on going complete on this ultimate, which means I would actually go the Favonius lens on him, because the Favonius lens gives you a 60% chance on a crit to restore energy. And with his ultimate, what I essentially want to do on him, I get him to 50% crit chance, which gives me like, which means that within 2 ultimates, it is statistically guaranteed to get 1 crit, which will deal massive amount of damage. Oh, his ultimate can turn them to stone. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Game feels a bit too loud to me. Okay. Alright, so what I would do is go a crit chance artifact, geo damage artifact, and then, if it's possible, a crit damage artifact, or else just an attack artifact. And the artifact set that I would want on him is actually too different, because I want to... there isn't really a 4 set piece that I want on him. Like, one option is the one that I have on Noel, which increases his base attack damage by 40% if he has a shield. That's probably the best set for him if you want to play him on physical damage. But I kind of want to play him on geo damage, if I get him. And there isn't really a good 4-star geo one. The one that you can get with the same, in the same domain as Noel's one, has as a 4-star bonus that it increases the strength of characters you get, you crystallize with, right? So if I have an ice character or like electric character, I do this and then do this. This will increase the damage of my electric characters, which isn't really what I want if I use Zhongli. So I was thinking about going for burst set. The 2-piece burst set increases your burst damage by 20%, which is really good. And as the second set, I would either go for the geo damage set, which gives you 50% more geo damage, or I would go for the gladiator set, which gives him 18% more attack. I think that the geo damage one increases the damage more, even though if you already have a 46% chance, 46% damage increase through the geo artifact. 15% multiplier to overall damage is probably better than an 80%. Right. No, so right, because geo damage is multiplicative to attack, and attack is not. So if I get 80% attack, this increases the damage of my base attack and all of my skills, but geo damage, 50% geo damage would increase it more than would increase the damage of my ultimate more than 80% attack. So this is essentially what I will go for him. Okay, so let's take a look at Childer. So the interesting thing about Childer is that his elemental skill is like a permanent change of his base attack, right? With his elemental skill, he can switch into melee, which makes his base attack permanently deal water damage. Which is interesting, because that's a lot of damage. I did not expect that. So he marks an enemy, and against marked enemy he deals more damage. I think that's what's going on. That's why they're dying so fast, right? So for him, I would also go on an elemental damage build. Right, and if I want to, I can always switch back to Archer, for example, this enemy. Okay, so I see. So if he hits an enemy, he applies the dot to this enemy. That's interesting. Right, so unfortunately, the cooldown of his elemental skill is pretty high. Okay, I did not know what this ultimate did. Well, it's not applying a dot, he's just dealing some extra damage with his damage, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. So I would play on him probably a hydro damage set. There are 2 hydro damage sets, I don't know which one I rather want. Maybe I don't even want to use a hydro damage set on him because they are not that good. So this one has a hydro damage set, which is this one. After using elemental skill, increase normal attack. Okay, this one is pretty good for water archers, I assume. Yeah, so I probably want this set for him then. Right, as a legendary. Weapon. I don't think I have a weapon for him because I don't have a good bow. So I would have to look more into that. Okay, let's take a look at her. So she's one of the new characters coming with Fontaine, I assume. She has a greatsword, and she is ice, which is interesting. I think greatsword and ice is the best weapon and element combination, because if you freeze an enemy and you deal a charged attack, you will deal extra damage, and this extra damage is based on the damage it would normally deal. So it's a multiplier to your damage and not to your attack, like other reactions are. Okay, Fremini. I assume her name is French, and it's probably then the T is silent or something like that. So I'm a Fremini. Fremini. So I will call her Fremini. Fremini's elemental skill will generate a pierce timer, which will indicate the current pressure level and will infuse his. Oh, he's a guy. I thought he was a girl. Huh. I thought he was a cool-looking girl. Well, I guess. I guess. I don't want to say it, but I guess a guy is, in a weird way, a cool-looking girl. Okay, so. Okay, elemental skill will generate a pierce timer, which will indicate the current pressure level and will infuse his normal attacks with cryo. Okay, so base attack deals cryo damage. When unleashing his elemental skill once again, while pierce timer is active, Himni will perform different sorts of attacks based on the pressure level of the pierce timer. Okay, so essentially he has multiple skills on his elemental skill. The first one is a buff, and after that, depending on his pierce timer or his pressure level, he will do different attacks. That's interesting. Femini's elemental burst can reset the cooldown of his elemental skill. While his elemental burst is active, the cooldown of his elemental skill will be decreased. That's it? Okay. So he is not... He definitely looks like a girl. Okay, so... I can't do anything. I can take a look at this one. So, his ultimate doesn't deal any damage. Okay, it deals damage. 500, that's a lot. So, for him, the Favonius Greatsword would be good, I guess, for the same reason why it would be good for, for Zhongli. Cooldown 50 seconds, energy cost 60. Okay, that's pretty normal. Unleash a wave of untouchable cold dealing AoE cryo damage, resetting the cooldown of the elemental skill pressuring float and cause women to enter the subnautical hunter mode for 10 seconds. Femini's resistance to interruption will increase and his elemental skill pressurized flow will obtain the following burst. Cooldown does is by 70% and normal attacks will increase the burst by 1. Okay, so his ultimate deals a huge amount of damage, and then it will make this elemental skill stronger, above this elemental skill. Okay, upwards thrust damage, frost damage, shattering. Level 1 shattering pressure. Okay, it deals physical, so it deals cryo and physical. Level 0 shattering pressure damage is probably if he just uses the ability? Or no, probably not if he just uses it without the peer timer. So the higher the peer timer, the more physical damage he deals, and the lower it is, the more cryo damage it deals. That's interesting. This gives the physical damage effect a complete new a new dynamic. Right, so you can play him on physical or on ice, depending on what you want to do. That's interesting. Now the question is there an enemy where you want to deal mixed damage? I don't think so, so he's probably good at fighting different types of enemies at the same time. And level 4 deals the most damage, but it doesn't say what type of damage it deals. So I'm assuming that the type foreshadowing deals only physical damage, because that's what it would do if it follows the pattern. There's spirit with thorn damage and spirit with thorn intervals. Oh my god. Okay, performs an upward thrust that deals fire damage and causes Feminine to enter Pierce Timer for 10 seconds. While Pierce Timer is active, his elemental skill will turn into Shadowing Pleasure. Okay, level 1 unleashes a vertical cut dealing fire damage. Level 1 to 3 unleashes a vertical cut alongside Pierce dealing fire damage and physical damage. They're based on pressure level. Yes. Level 4 borrows the power of a fully pressurized Pierce to deal physical damage. Yes, what I assumed. Meanwhile, normal attacks, flowing eddies will be replaced by Shadowing Pressure. Huh? Okay, I have to wait, I have to test that out. He has a 4-hit combo, which is normal for greatswords, I guess. At certain intervals of her using the upward thrust, the spirit breath torn in the form of another upward thrust will be created, dealing pneuma aligned cryo damage. Okay. That's interesting. So this is his normal attack. Oh, that's a cool finisher. So if I use this, right, and this will. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, I see how it works. Wait, so if I just use it again, then it ends it automatically, right? But okay, if I use this, right, upward thrust, and then I will do this, and this. This will trigger the pressure waves, and then I can do one last attack. Okay, that's interesting. So you don't really need to reactivate his elemental skill, you just need to use base attacks to trigger it. That's interesting. Yeah, but I don't think I'm that much of a fan of his elemental skill. It is cool. Right, but if I... wait. Right, so if I do this and then this... okay. I kinda want to test them out more. I think... nah, I will just finish it. Okay. It's an interesting concept. And it's also interesting that he's essentially a physical damage dealer, but he's also a cryo damage dealer. Which is weird. Okay, let me think what kind of set I would want on him. Probably gladiators? I don't think there is another set I would pick on him than gladiators. Right, because his elemental skill enhances his base attack, which means that his elemental skill, or like the effect of his elemental skill, scales with with charged attack damage and like with base attack damage increase. Right, that's what I assume. So gladiators would probably be the best artifact set for him, without really thinking about it. When a character attacks an opponent affected by cryo, their crit rate is okay. This is obviously also always a good choice. I don't think, but it depends on whether his build scales with crit or not. What are other options? So this one is just fire and damage and fire resistance. We have this one. This is Animo and Blast. Then we have this one, which is physical damage and shield. I don't think you want. Well, maybe do you? Maybe you want this one. Yeah, this one could also be a good choice for him, the Pale Flame set, because he deals a lot of ice, like he deals a lot of fire damage, but he also deals physical damage with his base attack. And if you use his ultimate to reset the the elemental skill cooldown, you can deal more physical damage. But I think the 35% multiplier to base attacks is a higher damage multiplier than a 50% physical damage multiplier. So I'm biased against Pale Flame. That's because I think it is just a higher multiplier. If you don't have a physical attack, yeah, okay, one thing you could do is go for an ice, for a cryo damage artifact, and then go for this 4-piece set. This way you will get the maximum amount of damage out of his skills. Because, so if you have, right, so because through your artifact, you're probably getting a 46% physical damage multiplier. And the thing is, if you have a high physical damage multiplier, getting another high physical damage multiplier doesn't add up as much. But base attack damage multiplier is multiplicative to physical damage multiplier, right? And what I've concluded is that a 35% damage multiplier on base attacks give you more damage than a 50% damage multiplier, a physical damage multiplier, if you already have 50%. But it's not that much, so I think if the physical artifact gives you 46% damage multiplier, this might still be better than the gladiator set, if we assume that you have this effect constantly, which is probably possible on him because he has a low cooldown on his skill. So I think Pale Flame is probably the best artifact set on him. So you want either Pale Flame and then a physical damage artifact, or you want Pale Flame and a cryo damage artifact. And I think the cryo damage artifact with Pale Flame gives you it gives you a lesser damage on your base attacks, but it gives you a higher overall damage. So I think that's probably what you want to go on him. Okay, let's test out Ninja. Mujina Ninja. Sayu. Okay, let's call her Sayu. Sayu. Let's try her out. She needs Warper Flower as materials. I think that's the first character that needs Warper Flower as upgrade materials. Okay, Shanyu can turn into a Fufu Wind Wheel with her elemental skill, dealing animo damage to enemies. And she will unleash a Fufu Whirlwind kick at the end of the skill, dealing AoE enemy damage. Holding the skill button will keep her warning as she uses her elemental scan. It will also unleash a Fufu Whirlwind kick at the end of that is stronger than its tapping mode counterpart. Her elemental burst will summon the Muji Daruma, which can either restore a character's HP or attack enemies based on the circumstances. Okay. So let's take a closer look at her ultimate then. Flurry. Oh! An attack-based healer, that's interesting. Skill activation heal. Skill activation damage. Of the Yuhu Ninja Arts. At specific intervals, the Daruma will... She's a greatsword user, right? Looks like she's a greatsword user. Okay. At specific intervals, the Daruma will take one of the several actions based on the situation around it. If the HP of nearby characters is above 70%, it will attack a nearby opponent dealing any more damage. If there's an active character with 70 or less HP nearby, it will heal the active character with the lowest percentage HP left. If there are no opponents nearby, it will heal active even... Okay, that's interesting. So this is interesting. It has a high cooldown and high energy cost. This is probably a greatsword. Yes, this is greatsword. This is... She has the Favonius greatsword, I think, equipped. That's actually unfortunate, because if she were a short sword character, I could definitely use Skyward Sword on her. Okay, let's test her out. Okay. That's obviously interesting because she is an animal carrier, so if she fights different types of slimes, you can really fight them very well. I mean, since she's a healer, you probably want to play her on heal, but I think playing her on the Animo set, the generic Animo set, which gives you a swirl bonus, which increases your attack. Right, like the Animo set increases your attack if you get a swirl reaction by 60%, which is not bad. I think it was 60%. Well, her damage is fairly low, so she probably relies on swirl a lot to deal damage. Yeah, her... Okay. I don't know, she looks more like a supporter, and I'm not really a fan of supporter. Okay, so let's climb the rewards. Climb. Okay. Next step, let's take a look at the weapons. Okay, so we have a lance. Okay, so those are probably the weapons which are recommended for the characters. Right, so Vortex Vanquisher is an attack-based one. Increased shield strength by 20%, scoring hits on opponents increases attack by 4% for 8 seconds. Max 5 seconds, can only occur once every 0.3 seconds. While protected by a shield, his attack effect is increased by 100%. So, if he's not a shield and he has the max stacks, that are 20% more attack, and if he has a shield with max stacks, that's 40% more attack, which is not bad. On Polar Star. Elemental skill and elemental burst damage increases by 12%. Okay. That's definitely good. And it's a crit rate bow. That's a really good. That already is really good. For characters that don't go on a charged shot build. After a normal attack, charge attack, elemental skill, or elemental burst hits an opponent, one stack of Ashen Night Star will be gained. For 12 seconds. When certain amounts of stacks are present, attack is increased by a certain amount. Okay. The stack of Ash Knights are created by the normal attack shot. Okay, they all count independently. Okay, that's interesting. So you want to use different types of skills then. Rapidly as possible. Is this one an interesting bow for any character I have right now? I don't think so. Maybe for... Maybe for... Maybe for him this is an interesting bow. His current bow has elemental mastery, but I think elemental mastery is more interesting for him because he scales with elemental mastery. Increase elemental skill and elemental burst damage by 24%, so the bow would increase by half of that. Is this bow good for Faruzan? I don't think so. Amber? Definitely not for Amber. Okay, she also has a bow. Might also be a good one for her. How much? Has a 12 seconds cooldown. That's not optimal for that. Okay, probably not for her. Okay, what's about Diona? I'll skip Diona. No, I think for Diona a shot build is better. Okay, I don't think... So, I don't think I have a use for that bow, to be honest. And the spear, also not for the spear. The only character I could use the spear on is... what's her name? Unyin. Could only use it on Unyin. Okay, so let's take a look. I can get 3, 4, 5? I can get 4. Okay. Wishes. That means I only have 5. Although I guess I can't go for any wishes then. Unfortunate, but that's how it is. Okay, that's already 30 minutes in and I essentially did nothing. That's great. Okay, let's do the Unseen Razor quest. Okay, there's Lan. There's a chest over there. Why is there a chest over there? Looks like it should be here. Traveler, fancy running into here again. Yeah, I managed to get a few new fragments through some more appropriate commissions. The situation is the same as it was previously. I would like to invite you to head out with me and defeat the monster. The camp to death is being held by a group of villagers alone, and each of them should present no danger to you. Alright, okay, so this don't... Okay. This time I'm going for the stone guy. The stone hide lava troll. I have no L out, that's good. Okay, so he's on top of that hill. Oh, on top of that rock. Hoi! He's only level 65. That's fine. Okay, let's switch to Zarya to deal more damage. If I want to deal the most amount of damage, I should probably do this. Ow. Yeah, that's just the fastest method. Okay, random weapon shot. Have you already wiped out the monster in that camp? Yes, all down. Just some ordinary monsters. It didn't take too much out of me. It's shame that I didn't find anything of value. It's just scrap here. I found this. Huh, that looks like a piece of a sword. Thanks, I will bring it back to be examined more closely. Thanks, Traveler. Here's your payment. If you find out a chapman, this is a simple one. Okay, yes. Yeah. Okay, so it's essentially the same one as last time, so you probably have to do this one multiple times until you have enough charts. Okay. So let's get the daily commissions and expedition rewards. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's probably the only one I can get. But that's enough to do this. Another level, I can do this. Unfortunately, no ammo gems. So I can also do this. Which should allow me to get this. Okay. So what do I want to do next? I still have some open quests. Okay, I think I can... Yeah, so I've got another key. So probably should do Xiao's story quest now. Okay. Alatus. It's the Master of the Stars. Deception. I want to do this quest. Must prepare a food offering, okay. Yes, let's go for this quest. Butterfly Stream. Check near Wangshu Inn. There are two hilichurl with a dark auras. Two hilichurls with a dark aura, interesting. It's probably just Xiao. Star Snatcher.
こんにちは。オイラたちは。
礼には及ばぬ。魔を退治し世を救うは仙人の本分。言及する価値もなし。おっと、君たちは見慣れない顔だね。我が輩はてっきり信者のものかと。
オイラはパイモン。こっちはオイラの仲間だ。
Exactly.
では我が輩も名乗るのが礼儀であろう。ごほん。我が輩は達成革新天君。信者たちには精神天君と呼ばれている。世を救うため下界に降りてきた。ここであったのも何かの縁。願いがあるなら我が輩に言ってみるがいい。
願い？お前、人の願いを叶えられるのか？オイラはてっきりリーユへの仙人は喧嘩だけが取り柄かと。
天君は神君よりも上の戦意だからな。自分で自分を褒めるのは我が輩の心情に欠ける。信者に我が輩のことを聞いてから判断するといい。
Okay. Male believer. Female believer.
精神天君様を見たか。本当に神々しい。これで父上の病もきっと。あんなものを見せられて疑う奴はいない。あれは正真正銘の仙人だ。以前寝たきりの父上のために薬を頂戴したことがあってな。不袋のものとはまるで違った。薬から漂う淡い霧が何より戦術っぽかったね。無評花がついて立つってのもあるかもしれないが、とにかく仙人の薬はすごいんだ。父上の病もきっと治る。父上の命と比べたら精神天君様に捧げた骨董品なんて安いものだろうな。
精神天君様がいれば千眼軍なんていなくてもいいだろう。私は商人なんだが、以前仕入れた商品が非常に高価なものでな。その時精神天君様に同行を依頼したんだ。精神天君様が呪符を使ったおかげか、道中魔物の影も形もなかった。依頼費は確かに高かったが、ゲーセンも簡単なことではない。お前たち他国の人からしたら理解しがたいものかもしれないが。
毎日が希望に満ち溢れている気がします。あなたたちも精神天君様の信者ですか？婚約者が蒸発してから毎日が辛くて、精神天君様の戦法を試したんです。彼の肖像画を燃やした灰を日の出の瞬間海に吹き散らすんですが、そしたらなんだか彼が私のところに帰ってきた気がしたんです。本当です。あれは絶対気のせいなんかじゃなかった。ですので持参金をすべて精神天君様に捧げました。だって彼が夫を帰らせてくれていなかったら、こんなお金持ってても何の意味もありませんから。
どうだった？信者だから多少誇張してたとは思うが、全て本当のことだ。君も冗談が好きだな。昔偉大な仙人がいてな、漁師と呼ばれていた彼の言葉にこんなものがある。万物は全てにおいてつながっており、心理効果とはコンパクト結末を結ぶ因縁。つまり彼らの願いはすでに実現に向けて順調に進んでいる。
さっぱりわからない。簡単に とあいつらの願いは叶ったってことか？
そういうこと。賢いな君は。
そういえばもう一つ疑問が。
なんだい？言ってごらん。我が輩は世を渡り善行で世を救う。面倒事が起きないよう正体を隠しているのさ。
Okay, so one interesting thing about symbolic is, right, so, his ears, they remind me of Buddha's ears, right? And Buddha has like this long ears that have a hole in it because it is a symbol for wearing heavy ear jewelry, right? So what was it called again? I don't know. I don't know what they are called in English. Right. So he just has heavy ear jewelry, right? And this big grin reminds me of someone who tries to look sympathetic, right? Because big smiles are usually what triggers sympathy in us humans. Well, horns, obviously, like adapters have horns in this one. The eyes. So I'm not sure about the eyes, but I associated those kind of eyes with deception, because eyes in our gesturing, I don't know how to, in our mimic, right? So eyes in our mimic usually tells us whether we are we say the truth or not, right? And since his eyes are pretty much closed, he tries to hide the truth behind his eyes, right? So there's also a third. I don't know if this is supposed to be a third eye, but like between his horns over his nose, he has like something that looks like, I mean, to me it looks like an eye, or at least something that could be an eye, which is probably a reference to the sixth sense or a supernatural sense, right? Which is probably just to amplify his divine appearance, right? So based on that symbolic, I can clearly see that, or at least I can clearly assume that he definitely is like a snake oil salesman, right? He's a charlatan or whatever, and he tries to make himself look powerful, wealthy, and so on, so that he can abuse the trust of the people around him. If it wasn't clear about what the people said about him, then the mask definitely says a lot that he is not an Adeptus and he's just abusing. He's probably abusing some kind of trick to make money. I also have a feeling that he's the one who causes this evil aura from the Hilichurls. And he also figured a way on how to deal with them then, so that he can make profit out of it.
なるほどなるほど。
では二人の願いを聞こうか。力を持てば様々なことを解決できる。しかし我が輩が気になるのは、なぜ神にこだわるかだ。いいだろう。その願い叶えられなくもない。ただ少し
なんだ？
先導は五世に従う。もし我が輩の意図がわからないのなら、願いを叶えることはできない。
どうしよう。何言ってるかさっぱりわからない。 なるほど。仙人に助けてもらうにはそれなりの対価が必要だってさっきの信者たちも言ってたな。
I just noticed that Paimon's eyes looks like an ocean of stars, which is really cool. She's a star child. I know it. She's a star child.
でもオイラたちあまりお金になるものは持ってないぞ。お前は神の目すらないし。はは、オイラたちで美味しいものを作ってやるのはどうだ？美食の誘惑に勝てる人はいないだろう？そうだ、美味しいものを作ろう。じゃあ早速万文集社に行って何か最新の流行レシピを探そうぜ。
Okay, to Wanwan's Bookhouse. Huh.
この五法専修夜叉録でいいの？
ああ、釣りはいらない。
あら太っ腹、感謝するわ。
Okay.
あいつなんとかかんとか新天くんじゃないか？なんでこんなところに。さっき五法専修夜叉録って本を買ってたみたいだぜ。確か仙人に関する本だった気がするけど、なんで仙人が自分に関する本を買ってるんだろうな。え、そうなのか？どこが怪しいんだ？
He's a charlatan, if you ask me.
もしかして実はあいつには願いを叶える力がない？ふむ、どうやらあの本の内容を確認する必要があるな。何か手がかりになるかもしれない。こんにちは。五法専修夜叉録って本は売ってくれないか？
あら、そんな古い本いつの間に人気が出たの？若い子が好きになるなんて珍しい。そこの本棚にあるから探してみて。
Okay, probably. Okay, it's over here. But I would have this already.
これだ。早く何が書いてあるか見ようぜ。
太古の昔、リーユエは正気に満ち魔にあふれていた。敗北した魔人の残骸は怨嗟をまき散らし、やがて妖魔となった。妖魔は疫病、怪異、そして変異を次々と起こした。やがて元王帝君は仙人の夜叉を召集し、魔を滅することにした。彼らは誤報のため摂政し、悪を滅することを元王に誓った。しかし長い決戦の中、ごっしょうにとらわれ魔人の憎悪に染まってしまう。恐怖に支配され発狂する者、同士討ちで死に至る者、精神が壊れ魔物となる者。最も強かった5人の専修夜叉のうち3人が悲惨な死を遂げ、1人が行方不明となった。幾千年の時を超え生き残ったのは高魔大聖ただ一人。そして彼の姿を覚えているのは幸運閣に照らされる月明かりと
Venti!
敵歌集の笛吹きだけとなった。
Wait, so Xiao is friend with Venti or something like that? That's interesting. Or it's just a coincidence.
リーユエを守っている先週夜叉たちに関する本みたいだ。なんだかリーユエにある歴史書じゃあまり見ない内容だな。おう、夜叉は全部で5人いたけど今生き残ってるのは1人だけだ。ひょっと としてあの天君と何か関係が？でもどう考えてもあいつじゃなさそうだな。
About karma.
本の中では魔人の遠さと1000年争った夜叉たちですらご死傷に陥るって書いてあるぞ。魔人の遠さに汚染された夜叉が考えもつかないような恐怖、憤怒、苦痛に苦しめられる。リーユエを1000年も守って見返りがない上にこんな苦痛を味わうなんて。本に書いてあるのは魔人戦争時期に敗れた魔人の遠さが疫病や怪異や変異を生み出すとかなんとか。
So essentially, all the monsters we are fighting are probably normal animals or creatures that have been influenced by the miasma of dead gods. Okay, that's interesting.
どれもヤバそうな災難だぜ。もしかして前に見た全身邪気まみれのヒルチャール、もしかしてこの本に書いてある変異じゃないか？
I mean, I would have assumed that Hilichurst himself only came to existence because due to these mutations, but I guess this is also a way on thinking how this could play out.
この本の大事なところはもう全部見たな。あの邪気を帯びたヒルチャールの正体、それにあの天君と夜叉の関係がこの事件の要だと思うぞ。もう
He's
一回
probably
現
imitating
場に
them.
戻って確認する必要があるな。霧に包まれた謎を明るい真実で照らしてみせるぜ。実はオイラ、あいつが本当の仙人であってほしいんだ。だってあいつの魔を退治する力は本物だったからな。でも期待が大きいほど失望も大きいから事前に調査する必要があるだろ。じゃあ防除旅館にもう一回行ってみようぜ。
Okay, look for Star Snatcher.
仕事に響くわ。
Another group of field trolls.
我が輩に従え、悪鬼退散。退散。早く退散を。
Uh-oh.
ベルニア、ベルニア、ベルニア。
しまった、天君がなんかヤバそうだぞ。近くに人もいるし、オイラたちも加勢しよう。
I don't want to.
そんな近畿滅却の札が効かないなんて。ヒルチャールのまとってる邪気がまた強くなったのか？
近畿滅却の札、なんかどこかで聞いたことあるような。そうだ、それだ。仙人の目印だから、きっと仙人の力が残ってたんだ。あれを使って魔物を退散させてたのか。
君たち何を言ってるんだ。これはただ昨夜眠れなくてだな。戦力がまだ目覚めていないだけだ。もう一度チャンスをくれれば。
また邪気をまとったヒルチャールがそっちに行ったぞ。今度は任せてもいいか？
我が輩は体調が優れない。さっき戦力を使いすぎたせいかもしれん。そうでなければこんな世まごとき。
ちえ、やっぱり嘘つきだったのか。見事に当たったな。旅人、オイラたちで追いかけよう。元素資格を使えば追跡できるぞ。
With the evil aura. There's the hilly troll. He's dead. Ow. Oh, Xiao.
高魔大帝じゃないか。どうりであのヒルチャールたちが簡単にやられるわけだ。
Hi, Xiao.
お前たちか。お前たちのことはよく覚えている。ここ一帯で妖魔に疲れたものを片付けていたんだが、どうやら邪魔したようだな。
あれ、なんだか素直になってないか。ここで妖魔退治してたのか。邪魔なんかじゃないぞ。
この魔物が変異したのも我を取り巻き我を汚染する極小の仕業だ。
Okay, so he's unloading the accumulated karma onto those monsters then. That's interesting.
変異ごっしょう。あれ、もしかして。
Yes, I mean, that's kind of obvious. I already knew this before I even read the book that he's the final Yaksha, because he said so.
確かショーには護法夜叉っていう別名が
Yeah,
あった
right.
よな。そういうことだったのか。かわいそうだショー。
ああ、数百年前のくだらないもの。
Fanfiction, okay.
諸行無常、一切皆苦。同情と涙は夜叉の意志には必要ない。
Aww.
我の亡き同志たちも後世に語られるために戦ったのではない。
ごめんなさい。
ごめんなさい。
構わない。まだ邪気が強くなってきている同点がある。もう行く。
おいらたちも連れてってくれ。絶対役に立つから。
必要ない。我は一人で行動する方が好きだ。それに変異の原因が我であった。
He doesn't have horns unlike the other adapters, which is interesting.
さっきのお詫びに。ダメか。
Oh, Paimon is so cute if she's scared.
ついてこい。
じゃあずっと長い間ごっしょうの苦しみに耐えてきたのか。
苦しみは代価。絶望を犯した償いだ。覚悟はできている。ただここ数年ごっしょうが溢れ出し聖者にまで害を加え始めた。我は反省しなければならない。
Okay. Karma Heavy Cave. It's probably Xiao's trial. He's a wind spear user, I think.
ここの邪気はなんだか身の毛がよだつぜ。
西洋ナブを使いここのごっしょうを断つ。平常心を保つことに集中しろ。魔人の邪念に飲み込まれるな。
Okay.
西洋ナブ。
Okay. As a result of the build-up of divine karma in the area, Xiao will have Bane of Evil permanently activated. It's probably his ultimate and will constantly lose HP. Oh, so he's No, okay, I don't know if this is... Well, I assume this is part of his ultimate, so he is some sort of blood mage, right? His ultimate gives him a buff, but makes him constantly lose HP. And the additional effect is of the divine will allow Xiao to regain HP whenever he deals damage to opponents. Okay. That's interesting. Oh, oh, this is cool. Okay, this is cool. He can dash in midair. That's cool. And yes, he is a spare user. Oh, he deals... Okay, so his ultimate probably makes him deal animo damage. Oh, that's interesting. I think I like him already. Because dealing animo damage with spear base attack is OP. Because you have such a high attack speed. You can just constantly go for swirl. Well, obviously if it has cooldown or not. But I mean, it's his ultimate, so... Oh, his elemental skill is so cool. I like the skill. I like him. It's probably the first spear user Okay, I like Rosaria and Zhongli too. But this is amazing. He's probably my most favorite... No, he is my most favorite spear user for now. And I don't know if I will find someone who I even like more than this. Damn. I could... Okay, I mean, his ultimate means that he'll probably not go for physical damage. It's probably just then generic.
それがご法夜叉に与えられた力なのか？そういえば、ショーは魔物の前でだけ仮面をかぶるけど、あの達成革新天君はいつも仮面をかぶってるよな。
達成革新天君、そのような名は聞いたことがないが。
恥知らずの嘘つきだよ。この話はまた後で。まずは戦いに集中しよう。
Okay. Okay, so what I'm thinking about a potential artifact set, it's probably either the swirl set or you go for gladiators, because his ultimate changes his base attack and does scales, and thus he has animo damage that scales with gladiators, which is I think how this works, or I assume how this works, which is probably not bad. So you can go a gladiator set or just a swirl set on him. A Sveal. You probably want... So I don't know if his ultimate gives him the lifesteal effect. If not, then you probably want the black lance. I don't know if the black lance exists. But essentially you want a weapon that gives him lifesteal. Well, not lifesteal, life regeneration or something like this. That way you can have the most potential of his ultimate. Yeah, and then probably just crit damage and animo damage. Yeah, that's interesting. Combining gladiators with elemental damage. It's really interesting. I mean, funnily about his elemental skill, it's essentially the same elemental skill as what was her name again? Rosaria. As Rosaria have, just better. So that's probably why I like it so much. And I can do this. That's so cool. That's so... I love this. I love Xiao. I like him. That's so cool. Okay, so here I want apply swirl, obviously, to get him down faster. There's a healer. I should kill the healer.
Yomaに疲れたやつがこんなに。少しでも遅れてたら大変なことになっていた。さっきお前たちが言っていた達成革新天君とは何者だ？
おいらが説明しよう。
願いを叶える仙人などに騙される人がいるなんてな。
仙人であるショーには願いを叶える力ってあるのか？
昔のリーユエには労説して得ようとする者はいなかった。数千年前のリーユエの民が必要だったのは自分たちの住むところを守る力。
でも今の時代の人々にとっては願いを叶える仙人の方がいいんじゃないか？
この時代がどれだけ軟弱であろうと我とは関係ない。我は帝君の意志に従うのみ。
おいらまた間違ったことを言ってしまったみたいだぜ。そうだ、あの偽仙人は近畿滅却の札っていう魔を退治できるものを持ってたんだ。
そんなもので退治を愚かな。消さずして退治など通りで全てここに集まるわけだ。このままでは我の手に負えなくなる。近畿滅却の札をそいつの手から回収する。
Let's teach him a
やっ
lesson.
ぱりオイラの仲間だぜ。オイラもそう思ってたんだ。オイラたちを騙したあいつを懲らしめてやらないと。ちょうどこっちには正真正銘の仙人もいるしな。ショーが手を出せばもう二度と仙人を名乗れないと思うぞ。
いや、我が撃つのは妖魔のみ。人は殺さない。
いや、殺すとは言ってない。
確かにそいつが悪行をやめればリーウェにとっても有益なことだ。我に無有諸教法という術がある。本来は眠りについた魂と体を引き離すのに使うが、これを応用すれば他人の魂を呼ぶこともできる。
おわこれが本当の戦法か。
これを行うには儀式をする必要がある。悪いが航路を1つ、七星塔を7つ、それと温度を下げられるものを少し用意してくれないか。
温度を下げられるもの。無表花とかがいいんじゃないか。でも航路と七星塔はそこら辺に落ちてるものじゃないよな。
天候山南部の道路脇に夜叉石像が2体あるのは知ってるか。リーウェの先住民がその近くに寺を建て夜叉を祀っていたんだ。そこでなら祭事に使われていたものが残っているかもしれない。全てが揃い夜が来たら夜叉石像で我を待て。やり方を教えてやる。
Okay. Okay, down here. There are also 2 side quests in that area that will come available after I complete Xiao's quest.
川の流れに乗れば魂も揺らぐ。浮世を仰ぐ扇子のように。
ごめん、邪魔しちゃったか。
これは珍しい。寺に来ても仙人を求めず神も拝まない。欲しいものは航路と来た。
無礼なのは承知だ。本当に少し借りるだけだから。
無有諸教法の儀式に使うんだろう。
なんで知ってるんだ。
私がこの寺にいる時間は君たちの想像をはるかに上回る。誠意が届いたからだろうか、先方にも少し心得がある。
そうなのか。
まあまあ持っていきなさい。人のために善行をなすのも工事の一つだ。もともとこの地に残っていても意味はなかったからね。私のことは気にするな。欲しいものを好きなだけ持っていくといい。
Okay, interesting.
ショーが言ってた航路と塔はこの寺にあるかもな。この航路良さそうだぞ。少なくともこの寺ほどボロボロじゃない。航路の後は近くにある七星塔を集めようぜ。使えそうなものは全部持ったぞ。行く
And he's gone.
あれ、いないぞ。さっきまでここにいたのに。
物を取ったらすぐに帰ると思っていたが、まさか私のことを気にかけてくれるなんてな。
あ、さっきの人の声だ。おーい、どこにいるんだ？
私の体は1000年も前にとっくに消えている。君たちが先ほど見たのは不正流刑法によって作られた幻影さ。たった今君たちが不正流刑法に使っていた航路と七星塔を持っていったからね。必
So,
然的
you,
に
you,
私の姿も消えたのさ。
ghost?
それもあながち間違いじゃない。千と木は紙一重の存在だからね。私はもともと夜叉の一人だった。元王帝君が授けてくれた名は道弱。数千年前に力が及ばず戦死した。今日は私の命日でね。現代のリーウェイがどうしても見たくて、無作法ながらもこの術を使ったのさ。ところで君たちはコーマ体制のところから来たのかな。
知り合いだったのか。
君たちから彼の気配を感じてね。そうか、数千年も経つのに彼はまだあの苦痛に耐えているのか。自分が恥ずかしい。
そんなこと言わずに、道弱さんだってリーユへのために命を捧げたんだろ。
命は大切なものだが、コーマ体制が追っているものに比べたら死すら安らぎとも言える。
道弱さん。
すまないね。誕生日は楽しく、命日は悲しくなんてね。不正流刑法の効力もあとわずかで終わる。二人とも達者で、ついでに彼によろしく言っておいてくれ。はあ、もう一度チコ魚焼きが食べたかったな。チコ探しに海潜り、帰って再び用が狩る。
あ、もう完全に消えたのかな。そろそろ行こうぜ。後で時間が空いたらまたここに来て証拠をあげよう。
Nightfall. Okay. So this big statue is a Yaksha statue, I assume. That's interesting. Okay, so nightfall. Okay, let's wait till 20. Hi!
儀式に使う道具は揃ったか。この航路と七星塔、まるで先方のためだけに作られたものみたいだ。一体どこで手に入れたんだ？
道弱さんがお前によろしくって言ってたぞ。
道弱。
Don't
あいつ
remember.
だったのか。確かにあいつらしいな。道弱もやはりリーウェイを放っておけなかったんだろう。今のリーウェイを見て彼が安心できていることを願おう。では今から儀式の準備をする。航路を真ん中に、七星塔はその周囲に散らせ。極寒のもので点を結ぶ。準備ができたら我を呼べ。うん、それでいい。そしてここからが 無有諸行法の鍵。この術には4つの過程がある。剣庫、瞑想、呪文、厩舎。
あれ、そんなに面倒なのか？
この戦法は絶運の仙人が1000年かけて悟り手にしたもの。その奥深さを軽んじてはいけない。さもなくば自身が飲み込まれ、魂が体から離れて戻れなくなる。
ごめん、また間違ったことを言っちゃったみたいだ。
剣庫、すなわち航路の上にお香を一本、元王帝君への敬意とする。瞑想、すなわち一切の雑念を遮断し、術の対象を脳の中に具現する。呪文、すなわち呪文をこう唱える。定馬夜叉、三子往来、厩舎、すなわち2体の夜叉彫像に一子放ち、私益の契約とする。すべてがつつがなくいけば、少し経った頃にあいつの魂がここに現れる。質問がないならさっさと始めよう。
Okay, so we need an archer for this. Let's get... Okay, let's get Yelan
網を
out.
引きに行きましょう。
Offer incense.
それから瞑想だ。あの嘘つき野郎の姿はあまり思い出したくないけどな。三子往来。夜叉の石像の腰が光ったぞ。2体の石像の光った場所にそれぞれ矢を放ったらいいんだよな。ショーの言う通りに儀式をやったぜ。
まあまあだな。
Close enough.
後のことは任せろ。お前たちは歓迎の準備でもしておけ。
ここは君たちはなんだか見慣れた顔だな。どうなってるんだ？体が軽い、ふわふわで重さを感じない。死んでる？そんなバカな。我が輩は傍聴旅館で気持ちよく眠っていたはず。そうか、なるほど。さすが我が輩。我が輩はきっと夢を見ているんだ。
おいおい、本当にどうしようもないやつだな。これじゃ意味ないんじゃないか？
ほう？何をする気だ？我が輩の夢の中で我が輩をどうしようと。
よし、お仕置きだ。
Ow! He's kicking me!
何？しっけな。我が輩の信者はどこへ行った？ストップストップ！わかった！もうわかったから！痛い！信じるさ！魂ごと消し飛ぶかと思った。どれだけ運が悪かったら君たちという壁にぶつかることになるんだ。大仙人様、どうかお許しを申しませんから。
オイラたちは仙人じゃないぜ。魂を呼んだのはオイラたちだけど、本物の仙人はこっちだ。
仙人を偽り民を騙し、妖魔も駆除せず、皆の安否にまで影響を与えた。そのまま行けば必ずや地に落ちていたであろう。
私は、あなた様は。
ショーのオーラに飲まれて喋れなくなってるぜ。
なお、仙人様の名を聞いてもよろしいでしょうか？あなた様が、本当にあなた様がまさか一生のうちに
高馬大聖、ご法夜叉ご本人様に会えるとは。
ショーのことを知ってるのか？
もちろん逆に知り尽くしています。私のおじいさんが民族学者で、小さい頃から高馬大聖の話を聞いてきました。今でも夜叉に関する書籍をしきりに集めています。しかしおじいさんの遺物から近畿滅却の札を見つけてからは、初めは仙人を真似るのが好きなだけでした。しかしそんなお遊びも時間が経つにつれ、ますますと。
そうだったのか。じゃあお前はショーのファンってことだな。
高馬大聖に会わせていただけたこと、ありがたき幸せ。
おいらたちそこまで考えてなかったけどな。
今日これを機に高馬大聖様の前で、今後一切の悪行をやめ平穏に過ごし、仙人様の名誉を傷つけないことを誓います。
その制限しかと受け取った。
ありがとうございます。ご慈悲に感謝を。今までリーゆえにしてくれたことにも感謝を。
あいつの最後の聖言、なかなか誠実だったな。これでもう悪さはしないと思うぞ。そうだ、近畿滅却の札の回収がまだだったな。おいらたちに任せろ。明日。
Okay. Vergoldet.
.ここにいるって聞いたんだけど。
達成革新天君、あの仮面をかぶった偽仙人のことね。彼が宿泊名簿に書いた名前は平安よ。もう部屋を出たわ。一人で山や川を旅するとかなんとか。そうだ、もし言葉を話す洗礼を連れた人が来たら、この封筒を渡すよう預かってる
Talking
の。
Fairy. She's a Starchild.
言葉を話す洗礼？誰のことだ？
彼が言ってた旅人はあなたね。はい、これを。
手紙を残すなんて新手の詐欺じゃないだろうな。とりあえず開けてみようぜ。すごく気になるぞ。あ、手紙と一緒に何か入ってるぞ。
Okay. Okay.
近畿滅却の札だ。久しぶりにこんな素直な悪人に会ったぜ。そうだな。あ、そうだ。早く近畿滅却の札をショーに届けに行こうぜ。
Okay, ciao. Ciao. Okay, he's down.
Yeah.
He's schlauer. Oh, he's sitting over there.
やっぱりここにいた。近畿滅却の札は回収したから、ショーが預かっててくれ。
ご苦労。
お客様、ご注文は何になさいますか？
Almond tofu.
チコ魚焼きを一つ。
Oh, grilled ticker fish.
かしこまりました。少々お待ちください。
あれ、今回は杏仁豆腐じゃないのか？
これは道弱が生きていた時に好きだった食べ物。ただどんな味がするのか気になってな。
ああ、そっか。
チコ探しに海潜り、帰って再び妖魔狩る。まだ何か用があるのか？我は一人で食べる方が落ち着くんだが。
そうだな。オイラたちはクールに去るぜ。
Okay. I like that. Okay, do I want to do something else? I don't think so. I was thinking about doing a side quest, but I don't feel like it. I think I would rather just do some offline grinding to get the here to level 90 and then go for Dragon Spine. Yes, Dragon Spine. I mean, I do have to farm some of those materials from the eremites. But they are respawning on a daily basis, so that's not an issue. I went... Where was it? It was over here, I think. Over here is a weird area. There are eremites, but they have a different mechanic, and they're dropping no experience points, money, or items, just like they were event mobs. Right, so and the mechanic they have is that they have a detection meter, and if you get too close to them, they will detect you. So I assume this is a story area. I went here because there were lots of eremites, and I hoped they would drop their loot, but they didn't, so that was a fail. I'm also curious about fighting the Dendrohypostasis, but I don't think I have a character that needs the material from them. Like, all Dendro archers I have need the Terror Shroom, and besides that I only have Kirara as a Dendro character. Right? Yes, I only have 3 Dendro characters. And Kirara needs, this one. Level 30 Inquisitus Baptist. I don't know where this is. I only know that this is an Abyss Order related enemy, and I assume he's somewhere in this area. Either he's somewhere in this area, or he is in one of those 2 areas, but I don't think that they're here. I think they are over there. About artifacts? I mean, farming for artifacts is, takes a very long time. Okay, let's take a look. Right, so I essentially need a pyro artifact. I mean, my best chance to get the pyro chalice is by just doing... just farming for gladiators or wanderers. I guess... This is a pyro damage one, but it has a lower stat, right? I mean, I have to level those anyway, too, and I don't think I will have nearly enough experience points to level them. Well, it just takes too much experience points to get them to level 20. It's probably more efficient if I level them equally. Technically, I don't need the here to go for the Dragon Spine. Because, ooh. Wow, 10% crit rate and 40% crit damage. That's a lot. The here already has a 22% crit rate. This is already the optimal amount of crit rate, but I probably want to go to 25 and then not a single point more. So hopefully I get to 25 by upgrading her artifacts. That would be great. Let's upgrade this one to level 4. Okay, I've got defense and leveled this one to 4. This has crit damage 7.8. That's the same amount of crit damage. Alright, I wanted to throw this one away. Let's get this to level 4. Maybe I will get crit chance. I mean, it's not that important, but it would be more optimal. Oh, I've got HP. That's fine. More HP. Okay, this is great. Crit damage. That's also not bad. Maybe I should upgrade an artifact that has crit chance on it. Do I wanted this one? Yeah, I think the only one I need is this one, and the rest is fine. Oh no, I don't want to remove that. Okay, I've got percentage defense. More percentage defense. That's not optimal, but that's fine. And now I don't have any materials anymore. Okay. Well. Okay, so in the next few episodes on Genshin, I will probably just do some minor things like the story quests, hangout events, and I don't know. Yes, I don't know. I don't really feel like doing more stuff in Inazuma because it's so annoying. I want to focus on doing side quests, because if I do all the side quests, like, I don't really care about doing 100% all chests and so on inside the video, but I do care about the side quests. So if I do all the side quests first, and then I can do all the other stuff offline. So I'm more interested in doing side quests for now. Oh, Konika-chan. Okay. That's the end of this session.